So we're going into some of our fan base will know that I had an interview with Chris Hazeman that I can't really say everything about because some of the conjecture that he says in there, exposes the business and whatever else.
Mm-hmm.
But some things which he gave me permission to talk about at a later time, as long as I was, made it clear that this is sort of his conjecture from understanding at the time. They're not a definite fact.
Juicy stuff, huh?
Here we have Stern Dad and Akira Maeda. So Chris suggests that Yoshihisa Yamamoto fairly early decided that he wanted to be the star of Rings, and Akira Maeda, rather than going, well, go prove yourself as a star by having great matches and stuff, because Yoshihisa Yamamoto, pretty good shoot style guy, and also not as bad as his fight record would lead you to believe. The way that Akira Maeda tried to prove to Yoshihisa Yamamoto that he wasn't ready to be the star of Rings was to have him almost die in the ring several times against giant people.
I thought you were going to say that Akira Maeda made him prove that he was ready to be the star by diddling his dinghy in the shower.
No. More along the lines of... So there's the Ricardo Marias fight where Yoshihisa Yamamoto almost dies in a minute and a half. There's the Semi-Shield fight where Yoshihisa Yamamoto almost dies. And just a lot of matches where Yoshihisa Yamamoto comes very close to actual death because he's matched up against people who are just awful matchups for him because Maeda's a bit of a vindictive cunt.
Yes. So Stern Dad here, when he first debuted in Rings, he... got a victory over Volkan at the time. So I think Stern Dad was held in high regard by the Rings.
Definitely within the Russian guys. I think this is a fairly well-deserved reputation, at least under Rings rules. He was pretty good in the King of Kings tournaments because he went to decision with Antonio Rodrigo Nogueira. That's pretty fucking good.
Sure.
Beat Claudio Blanco or just some mysterious Portuguese man who'd only just won the Gear Championship of the World, only just won the Mundials, and he beat him in 14 seconds with a knee bar. So Andrei Kopylov, very good in a grappling context, despite looking like he should be running a barbecue and selling propane and propane accessories.
Yes. He did get destroyed by Hans Niemann in that first Rings Holland free fight event, and he looked terrible.
Yeah.
He looked awful against...
So the thing is, he can't strike. He probably couldn't punch his way out of a paper bag, as the saying goes. But what he could do was grapple. So if he was in a fight where the main threat of the other guy was grappling, Andrei Kopylov, well, he's technically very good. He's got interesting attacks because he's a sambo guy. And he's also he's got that dad strength.
Yes. Akira Maeda's body is atrocious looking at this point in time in his career.
Yeah, this is during the collapse of Maeda. So Maeda, very odd during this part of his career. Sometimes he'd understand that, I'm probably too old, I'm probably too broken, I'm not in as good shape as I should be, I probably shouldn't be the star of Rings. And so then he goes, all right, Yamamoto, I'm going to lose a match to you, and you'll be number one. And then he goes, hold on, I'm Akira Maeda. And then he goes, no, Yamamoto, you're going to lose your next match against me, and I'm going to be number one in Rings again. And he just sort of rotates through that several times until his eventual retirement match against Alexander Karolin, which again is shown like a massive... Maeda's not it's Karolin. Maybe I should have a good performance, but lose against the wrestling championship of the world. No, it's got to be a draw.
Right, exactly, yeah. And there's people...
I got to get my shit in.
Oh my god, if you want to see just people punching toward the sky, look at the comments, generally the comments that are made on my MMA oddities for Akira Maeda versus Alexander Karolin. There is so many Russian fans that legit stick up for the fact that that fight wasn't a work.
Yeah, I don't understand why.
Yeah, exactly. They should be like, no shit, this is a work.
This fight was an obvious work because
Right, Carolyn would have destroyed.
Carolyn, gold medalist, however many times, obviously the best wrestler in the world, would tear this man to pieces.
Exactly.
He would never betray the Soviet Union by
right,
making it a work.
right. So no, they are very angry. Generally, hate me. I get generally a lot of hate from the Russians in the comments for that video.
You can see why Andrei Kopylov was sort of a mainstay of rings here, because even with an out-of-shape broom so there's the saying in wrestling, that man could have a good match with a broom. So even with the out-of-shape, egomaniacal fucking Akira Maeda, Andrei Kopylov is making this shit look pretty interesting.
So this
is also... Oh, after you.
I was going to say, at what time period did Yoji Anjo punch out Akira Maeda for his previous transgressions that Akira Maeda claims, or Yoji Anjo claims that Akira Maeda diddled his dinghy in the shower?
I can't remember that one. I'm not 100%.
So
Yoji... surprised me.
So Yoji Anjo did. There's a picture of Yoji...
I remember there's a picture of Akira Maeda with like a massive broken... like bloody nose, and Yoji Anjo just screaming at a bunch of paparazzi. I can't remember when that was.
So maybe that
was you, Maeda. Again, I can't say it enough.
Maybe that was the turn of Akira Maeda just giving up and saying "fuck this." You know?
Yeah, getting beaten up by Yoji Anjo. Mind you, Akira Maeda has been beaten up by a lot of his fellow pro wrestlers throughout the years. There's a story that Minoru Suzuki told fairly... it's on Twitter. It's a translation. I can't remember where to find it. But they've all gone drinking out in Sapporo, Japan, I believe. And Maeda starts a fight at the bar because he's saying, I'm the best here. I should be the star, whatever else. Starts fighting with people and starts like this bar brawl. And so... one of the young boys goes, Fujiwara-san, look at Maeda, please stop him doing this. And Fujiwara goes, oh, okay, obviously, I know exactly what to do. Someone's telling me to look at Akira Maeda while he's drunk. He's obviously being a dick. And so he just goes over and just beats the fuck out of Akira Maeda just for about 5 minutes, just breaks his nose, bloodies his face and whatever else. And so this is not the first time that Akira Maeda has been beaten up by one of his fellow wrestlers for being an awful person. But it just never... Yeah, it never stopped him.
So that was obviously in the UWF days?
Yeah, I believe the first incarnation of the UWF.
So what surprises me is that it was Fujiwara, who might be a bigger fraud than Akira Maeda in the ring. And I always say this because just like Akira Maeda, Yoshiaki Fujiwara, I don't believe has ever had a real shoot fight in front of cameras.
No, but unlike Akira Maeda, I believe that Fujiwara's shoot reputation was at least somewhat deserved, because as a smaller guy without the wrestling look, he was always fairly top billing in any promotion he's been in. And there's one way to get that in Japan, and that's to beat the shit out of everybody behind cameras. Sure.
And that's what I should have sort of put a disclaimer on that, is that I do believe that...
So a wrestling fraud, yes, but...
But no, he's one of those guys that is tough behind the scenes and can easily force his will onto training partners.
Any promotion he's in, yeah.
Yeah. Now, Akira Maeda, you're right. Akira Maeda had the height. He was 6'2", 6'3". Fujiwara's a small guy. And it's easy enough for Akira Maeda to... out of the blue, just kick a guy in the face when the other guy's not expecting it in a wrestling ring, you know? And that is Akira Maeda's way of proving he's a tough guy, you know?
Exactly. Booting somebody else right in the fucking orbital for no reason. Mind you, that lesson was well learned by Maeda's protege, Takada.
Right.
Yes. Time
sure.
Picked up
Koji Kitao,
you know what? May he rest in peace.
I will say we got to give a lot of props to Yoji Anjo. I hear he's a restaurant owner now in Japan, but he had some balls to fly over to America to fight Hickson Gracie. To challenge him. I don't think Yoji Anjo was really expecting a fight to happen.
No, so here's the deal. They actually wanted to send someone over to Hickson Gracie's dojo, and they thought, you know what, if we just leave him there for a month or two, we'll know everything there is to know, and then he can come back, and then we can go over and beat him. That was like how little they thought of who just? Oh yeah, Maeda just won.
Yeah,
so
Maeda
that,
just
that
won.
was an alright little shoot style match. It wasn't
That's
terrible.
okay.
It was actually fairly good as far as shoot style goes. But like, it's just Maeda. We can't talk about the match that's happening. We have to talk
Sure.
about
All
everything
the
else
bullshit.
surrounding Maeda.
Right. But I will say, Yoji Anjo, I don't know if he actually stepped
But
through the
tentacles
doors.
on that man must be either like the size of fucking bowling balls,
Right.
or
He has a
massive
tiny,
idiot and
yeah,
has
he
no
has a
idea what he's doing.
tiny, he has a tiny little cat brain. So
Gigantic balls.
So was that the plot? Was to send Yoji Anjo over there to infiltrate, to learn the ways of the Gracie clan?
No, they were going to send one of the young boys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then the young boy would come back and say, "All right, here's what they do. Here's how you can avoid it, Anjo." But also, Anjo just got fucked in that one. Takada really fucked Anjo over.
Yeah.
Because the beef was between Takada and Hickson.
Right.
But then he sends over Anjo. And it's just,
Yeah, Anjo, he was in a real tough spot there. I don't think he explicitly wanted to fight. I think he wanted to maybe get a rise out of Hickson so Hickson would actually, fight Takada.
Oh, parece que tá bom. Ah. Parte isso de mim!